YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today, guys, we are going to showcase 5 decks that you can actually use for the event or for the attribute 4 event. Now, I was going to sleep, but yeah, why not make some decks out? This is just actually a quick deck building thing that I actually made, but this will give you an insight on what are the go-to decks or what are the go-to archetypes that you can use for this event. So the first deck that we're going to talk about today is Flundereeze. Now, rank has been really good with Flundereeze. Even though Magnificent Map was on one copy, we can still search it, and it has a good synergy to counter out tier elements. But with regards to consistency nowadays for the Flundereeze deck, it's not really good, or it's not looking good for them. But with this event, I think it is somewhat promising. Although M-Pen was actually banned with this event, but there are some cases where you can actually draw into a copy of maybe an Apex Avian or the Monarch. Now, you can go with another Mist Valley monster that goes well with the Flundereeze archetype, especially with some. I think what's the Mist Valley monster that I really got annoyed with? Yeah, this one. The Thunderbird is a really good card in addition to the summon of the Apex Avian. Now, once this card is sent to the hand, I think it returns back to the field. So it's a really good card to actually to be used on. And furthermore, Mist Valley Apex Avian is not a once per turn. So that's one thing there that you can actually use for this deck. But yeah, this is just a quick deck building thing that I actually made. Maybe this will give you an insight on how to make this deck a little bit better. But yeah, we're focused on Flundereeze, a lot of draw cards, potential, Pot of Duality, Extravagance, and Prosperity. Back row removals or front row removals, Lightning Storm, you can go for Raigeki or Harpy Sweater Duster. Although we have one copy of Magnificent Map, it's not going to be a problem because we already have, or we still have 3 copies of Advent of the Adventure, which you can actually use for the Flundereeze deck. Furthermore, if you're going second, it's still going to be a really good deck either way, since of course, even if you're getting Max Seed or Call by the Grave, that's not going to be useful for the Flundereeze deck. So, that's Flundereeze for you guys. Let's move towards the second deck. Oh no, yeah, by the way, extra deck, it's just basically for the Extravagance and Prosperity Search or Excavate. So, it's really up to you. What do you want to put in the extra deck? For me, it's just for your draw power and Excavate. Okay, so that's it. Let's move towards the second deck. Alright, so second deck that we are going to talk about is the new archetype, the Vernusylph deck, or the Vernusylph archetype. Now, this is somewhat, this is actually good if you're going to pair it with another archetype like Adamancipators, the Earth Machines, or even some of the, what you call it? I think, yeah, Adamancipators. Yeah, Adamancipators is one of the best archetypes that actually, that can actually be paired with this. And also Earth Machines. Other than that, I think there's not anymore, or there's something else that I'm missing. I forgot, but there is a third one. But yeah, so far those are the one of the archetypes that Vernusylph is really good at adding into. But yeah, if ever you're gonna use a pure Vernusylph deck, this is what it looks like basically. So 3 copies of each, except for 1 copy, just to recycle back one of the Vernusylph monster from your graveyard to your hand. I think, oh no, 1 Earth monster from your graveyard to your hand. So that's basically its effect. So just having 1 copy of this and having 3 copies of each of the Vernusylph monsters, the Thawing Mountains, the Seedling, the Flourishing Meadows, the Flourishing Hills, the Awakening Forest, and the 1 copy of Vera. Now you can go for 2 copies of Vera. I think some of the people are using 2 copies of Vera, but down to the ratios, it's really up to you. So far so good, as long as you have an Earth monster in your graveyard that you can spell summon. That includes Regulus. Regulus is an Earth monster, by the way, guys. So you can drop it off with a copy of maybe what you call it, the Awakening Forest. You can send it with the help of the Awakening Forest and search it, or spell summon it with the help of another Vernusylph card. So that's your go-to plan there for any gate. Also, a level 8 monster on the board is Grandust Dragon that pops 2 cards on the field and increase its attack by 600 for each pop, or for each card destroyed by its effect. one copy of Alpha. Alpha is, well, I only have one copy of Alpha, so you can go with another copy if you wish, but so far just having one is still reliable for the deck. Anyways, my go-to plan for this type of deck is for Exi Summon, but if ever that doesn't really work, you can still go for a beatdown heavy with this deck, since your Awakening Forest and your Thawing Meadow allows you to attack twice and double the attack of one specific monster that you have. So basically, having Bear on the field, double its attack and attack twice is a really good OTK capability. So that is it. That's it. Basically, your extra deck wise, you can still use it. If not, you can use the effect of Plot of Extravagance. Add some level 3s, level 4s of an Exi monster. I think that's the only thing that you have. You can go for also Link monsters though, but Nightmare Cerberus or Phoenix is one of the go-to cards to add for this deck. Or even what you call it, the level 2 Beast monster here. So Mrs. Radiant is actually a good addition to this if you wish. Whatever you want to add to this deck, so maybe that, remove that, and add that one there. So that is the Vernusylph, guys. Let's move towards the next deck. Alright, so third deck that we're gonna talk about is Sword Soul. So why I'm just gonna put this on the third deck is basically I was having a thought when Sword Soul is actually on 3 copies for each of the Sword Soul monster, the Moyi, the Teia, and then the 2 copies of Long Yan. Other than that, the only one that was banished or added into the ban list was the 10E monsters, the Vishuddha and the Adhara. You have, no, not that Adhara, what was the other one? The other level 7 paired with the Vishuddha. So that was the only 2 cards that were added into the ban list. The Adhara was still here, so we can still use that one, of course. The Satana, and then the Mapura, and also the Nahata. Although these 2 cards here, the Nahata and the Mapura, is not going to be the reliable cards that you have for, or that you'll need for the deck, but there also were monsters that you can use for the Sword Soul monsters on your side. So having to have that paired with the Sword Soul cards is still going to be a good cost for a Synchro Summon, of course. Now with this build, it's just a matter of what to summon to the field. Oh, I forgot to add... Hold on, I forgot to add something. Oh yeah, I forgot to add Bar on the Floor. We don't forget that. So Bar on the Floor as your level 10, and then level 8. That's the only one that is pretty much useful for a level 8 Synchro for this event. Other than that, you can go for a level 4 Exi Summon, and then a ton of links. Links for the Monk of the Tenyi. Shockingly, Shaman is still here. A really good card, by the way. And then 2 copies of the, well, 1 copy of Cerberus and 1 copy of Phoenix for your other playstyle. So that is Sword Soul for you guys. And basically, it is almost complete. Just lacking the 2 Tenyi monsters. I tried using the Yang Zing monsters, but most of the Synchro monsters that they have was actually added into the ban list, so it's not going to be that helpful. So, but this is actually a good deck, by the way, right off the bat. So that is Sword Soul, guys. Let's move towards the 4th deck. Alright, so 4th deck, we have Adamancipators. Now, like I said earlier, you can pair it up with the new archetype, the Vernusylph, if you wish. But so far, having the Adamancipators on a pure form, like pure rock deck for Adamancipators, you can still perform well. And the only downside is the Black Dragon was on our added into Forbidden list, and some of the level 8 Synchro monsters, which is not really the problem. You can still go for another level 8 Dragite and level 6 Raptite if you can go for, if you have your necessary materials on the field. Level 10 is a really good or an easy access for an Adamancipator deck. It's just a matter of getting or excavating the correct cards from your deck anyways. Furthermore, the addition of Prankies Roxy's and, well, yes, Roxy's, then Meow Meow Moo, and of course the Doodle Doodle Bird, or Doodle Doodle Doo, is somewhat a really good synergy, by the way. So yeah, that is basically your go-to cards. Oh, by the way, forgot. 2 Seconds Light. Since Adamancipators revolves are a ton of monsters are in their deck, so there's only I really want to add Call by the Grave here, because in some cases here The only downside for an Adamancipator deck is you'll get max seed. So you'll get max seed. Well, it's gonna be bad for you. We don't want them to get more advantage anyway. So having Cold Brigade is somewhat necessary. But like I said earlier, Second Light paired with the Adamancipators, they're not really using too much spell or traps. So that's why Second Light allows you to draw 2 cards, then banish it to draw 1 more card. It's either one of those effects. It's still really good anyway. But yeah, that is Adamancipator, guys. A really good deck, by the way, for this event. So you might try this for the event. Really, really good. Yeah, so that's Adamancipators. Let's move towards the last deck. Alright, so last deck we have here, guys, is the Umi Control deck. So right off the bat, almost every card here is still good. There were no cards that were targeted for the bandits except or other than Totally Awesome, and that was a few months ago. But so far so good. Having to rely only for the Ocean Dragon Lord and then most of your electric jellyfish for your negate and then for your floodgate, it's not bad of a strategy to win your games. Furthermore, having Ice Barrier, of course, to be used, and then to drop off with the help of Foolish Burial Goods, bring forth a ton of your resources for your Ocean Dragon Lord or for some of your monsters. That is a really good synergy. Extra deck wise, 3 copies of each for the Stealth Dragon, and you'll basically use that one for the Prosperity play anyways. If not, you're still going to be relying mostly with your main deck. So extra deck is just an option for you if you really want to use it. But yeah, go for the main deck playstyle, and of course fill out the GiGoh as one of your level 4s once the legendary ocean is up on the field. So that's it. That's basically it. Although the downside for this is floodgates are actually being removed. Needless to say, there wasn't really a problem anyways, because yeah, the Dragon Lord or the Ocean Dragon Lord is basically a floodgate on the field once summoned to the field. So that's that. So tell me your thoughts about the 5 decks that I've mentioned. Are they really going to be significant? Are you going to play one of those decks? If not, you're going to play another one. Tell me in the comment section below. Get me interested. So that's it for today. Keep safe. Good luck, guys. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.